Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto, your Wasteland reviewer, and I'm here to review the new documentary, Americonned. And this focuses on how the war on poverty became a war against the poor. And this is from director Sean Claffey and focuses on looking at the big divide economically in our country. And where this film really works is when it takes time and actually shows the lives of everyday Americans who are struggling paycheck to paycheck, who are about to get thrown out of their homes. That emotion, that reality sets in and makes a huge impact. Now, when it's trying to be more of a standard documentary where it's presenting information, data, stuff like that, it has some pretty powerful pieces of information and data to show. Now, I feel like this film is trying to really throw such a wide net because it's hitting on all kinds of things, and I feel like every single documentary that I see that comes out now that has anything to do with any kind of policy, it shows like the January 6th insurrection and the footage and everything, and just like, how relevant is this to exactly what's talked about in this documentary? Like, I get it, there is some kind of connection, but like, there's probably other areas that they could be focusing on, which they do focus a lot on Amazon and Amazon's anti-union busting, like them trying to bust people bringing unions to Amazon. That kind of stuff really reinforces directly the information that you're trying to portray. I just feel like this film tries to cast too wide of a net, and the harder the connection it is to exactly what point you're trying to make overall, as in the poverty issue in America and this huge divide in terms of wealth in our country, you're going to start alienating people and making it harder to draw conclusions and make connections. And I feel like this film tries to be a little too bold, and it could have just honed in a little bit more and focusing on those areas that do really push forward their perspective, which their perspective is very clear. It is very clear as day, the perspective that this film's trying to have. And it doesn't really show a whole lot of any kind of argument against or anything like that. It is trying to vilify big business, vilify especially like fiscal conservatism and stuff like that, and that's what it's trying to do. It accomplishes those things, but it doesn't really paint a wider picture of things. But like I said, this film is really effective when it's showing the everyday American and their struggles, and where it's focusing on such organizations and companies like Amazon, which, like, Jeff Bezos makes more money in a day than like probably millions of Americans combined, which it's the kind of thing where you have all of this going on and coming together. It still has a strong message, it just could have been a little bit more focused. But those are my thoughts on Americonned. Let me know what you think, and let's talk some movies. But thank you as always for tuning in and supporting your Wasteland reviewer.